BME 24, working at mid-tier accounting firm downtown. Always thought I was pretty average-looking girl. Brown hair, glasses, decent body, from Target clothes, basically human background character. Work with my desk neighbor, Brenda, 28, fellow Becky. Brenda is comedic relief of office. Constantly makes inappropriate jokes during meetings. That quarterly report really screwed us harder than my ex-husband. Everyone pretends not to hear while I'm dying laughing. Never paid attention to office social dynamics until new guy started. His name is Marcus, 26, cute nerdy accountant type. Tall, lean, wire-rimmed glasses, reads actual books. Immediately developed crush because he's perfect beta male. Quiet, intelligent, stable job, probably great with spreadsheets. Start planning approach when Brenda drops reality bomb. Girl, you're wasting your time. What do you mean? Look around this office. See those two hunting lionesses over there? Points to Jessica from HR and Amanda from marketing. They're about to devour your little lamb. But Marcus seems too smart for that. Honey intelligence has nothing to do with it. When Stacy's want something, they get it. Don't understand what she means yet. Jessica is classic. 9'10" blonde with Instagram lifestyle. Amanda is brunette. 8'10" with perfect makeup and designer everything. But they usually go for Chad types from sales. Brad, the regional manager with his BMW and gym membership. Kevin from business development, who talks about crypto constantly. Why aren't they chasing the actual Chads? Brenda explains like I'm 5 years old. Because all the real Chads are already taken. Or too busy rotating through Tinder matches. So alpha women target high-value betas. Guys with money and stability who worship them. Much better long-term strategy than competing for actual alphas. Mind blown by this analysis. Never considered that Stacy's might strategically target betas. So Marcus is like premium beta male. Exactly smart enough to make good money. Nice enough to be loyal husband. But inexperienced enough to be easily manipulated. Perfect Stacy bait. Watch Jessica make her first move. Suddenly she's visiting our floor daily. Just checking on new employee integration, wearing progressively tighter blouses, bending over Marcus's desk to point at computer screens. Poor guy doesn't know where to look. Is she allowed to dress like that? Technically no, but who's going to report the HR queen? Brenda making popcorn for the show. This is better than my soap operas. Amanda joins the hunt with different tactics. Starts bringing Marcus artisanal coffee every morning. Thought you might appreciate good Guatemalan beans. Remembers his exact preferences after one conversation. Meanwhile, I've worked here 2 years, and she's never acknowledged my existence. They're like professional boyfriend hunters. Sweetie, you're watching evolution in action. Alpha females competing for quality mate. While you're over here with your Walmart clearance romance strategy, decide to make move before it's too late. Approach Marcus during lunch break. Hey Marcus, want to grab sandwich sometime? Talk about books or whatever. Sure, that sounds nice. How about tomorrow? Success until Jessica intercepts. Shows up next day with gourmet takeout. Marcus, I brought Thai food for career planning discussion. My lunch invitation evaporates. Brenda watches the ambush with amusement. Told you so. Rookie mistake. Never announce your intentions. Stacy's have surveillance network. A few days later, try again with movie invitation. Marcus, want to see that documentary Friday night? Sounds good, I'd like that. Finally secured actual date. Then Friday afternoon, Amanda strikes. Marcus exclusive company happy hour tonight. Networking opportunity with senior partners. Sorry, Rebecca, we'll reschedule. Brenda consoling me while eating my desk salad. Honey, you're bringing a water pistol to gunfight. These women have PhDs in male manipulation. You're still working on your GED. Watching Marcus get passed between them. Jessica takes him to Michelin-starred restaurants. Amanda invites him to rooftop parties with city skyline. I'm offering indie films and coffee shop conversations. Completely different leagues. Few weeks into this competition, I notice something. Other women in office have clear hierarchy. Linda from reception is retired Stacy. Gives tactical advice to active hunters. Make them chase you never seem available. Men want what they can't have. Sarah from payroll is fellow Becky. Watches the show with same bewilderment. Why do they get everything? Because they know the rules we never learned. Brenda explains the brutal truth. There's alpha Stacys who get first pick, beta Stacys who fight for seconds, and Beckys who get whatever's left. Sometimes that's nothing. Try to level up with makeup and tighter clothes, fail spectacularly, look like child playing dress up. Marcus actually seems concerned. Rebecca, you seem different lately. Everything okay? Even he knows I'm faking it. Situation reaches peak at Christmas party. Spend hours getting ready for final push. Arrive to find Marcus flanked by both Stacys. They're each holding one arm, taking couple photos for Instagram, marking territory on social media, approach with desperate confidence. Hey, everyone having fun? Jessica barely glances over. Oh, hi, Rebecca, cute attempt. Amanda more diplomatic but equally dismissive. We're heading to that new wine bar after this. Reservation for 3 people. Clear message that I'm not included. Marcus tries to be nice. Rebecca should come too. Jessica shuts it down immediately. Oh, they probably don't serve her type of wine. More sophisticated clientele. Direct insult disguised as concern. Watch them leave together. Brenda finds me crying in bathroom. Honey, this was always going to happen. You never stood a chance. Thanks for the pep talk. I'm serious, Rebecca. You're competing against professionals with years of experience and natural gifts, like amateur tennis player challenging Serena Williams. A few months later, Marcus officially dating Jessica. She won through sustained psychological campaign. Amanda gracefully retreats to hunt elsewhere. I'm still eating desk salads alone. One day, Jessica corners me by copy machine. Conversation I'll never forget. Rebecca, can we talk? Sure, what about? About Marcus and your little crush. I don't know what you mean. Please don't insult my intelligence. Your pathetic attempts were obvious to everyone. What do you want, Jessica? To explain reality to you. Since no one else will, here comes the brutal honesty. You're a Becky, Rebecca. Solid 5 out of 10 on good day. Nice personality, but that's not enough. Men like Marcus want the whole package. Beauty, social skills, sexual confidence. Things you'll never have. Feel tears starting, but she continues. You'll probably end up with some beta provider. Desperate divorced guy with kids. Or soft engineer who can't do better. Settle for someone grateful to have anyone. While women like me get our pick. That's just how hierarchy works. Walk away feeling destroyed. Brenda finds me later. What did Ice Queen say to you? Explain the conversation through tears. Damn, she really went scorched earth. But she's not wrong. Brenda, that's horrible. Horrible but accurate. Some people win genetic lottery. Others learn to cope with consolation prizes. In which category do you think we're in? Sitting here months later, processing everything. Marcus and Jessica engaged now. She secured long-term commitment from quality beta, while he gets trophy wife who'll probably cheat eventually. Amanda moved on to new hire in legal department. Hunting cycle continues with fresh prey. Me and Sarah still single, occasionally going on dates with guys Jessica rejected. Leftover betas looking for Becky's settlement. Brenda married her high school sweetheart. Got locked down before I understood the game. Smart strategy in retrospect. Finally understand female hierarchy completely. Stacy's at top commanding premium selection. Becky's at bottom competing for scraps. And some of us never even make it onto scoreboard. Marcus never had choice in any of this, just responded to best sales presentation, like man shopping for car, naturally picks Ferrari over Honda Civic, even if Honda has better personality. Maybe someday I'll find another naive accountant, an environment without apex predators. Until then, back to spreadsheets and reality, watching hierarchy do what it does best, separate winners from losers. Guess which category I'm permanently assigned to? BME 25, working decent job in marketing, finally got life together. Dating Chloe for 6 months now and things are going really well. She's 23, works as elementary teacher, actually cares about people. Complete opposite of my previous girlfriends who were selfish nightmares. Chloe is supportive, communicates well, never plays mind games. Probably first healthy relationship I've ever had. Talks about me meeting her family. My parents want to have you over for dinner. They're excited to meet the guy I keep talking about. Heart melts because she actually brags about me to her family. Sounds great. When are you thinking? This weekend if you're free. Mom's making her famous lasagna. Spend week nervous about meeting parents. Want to make good impression on people important to Chloe. Buy nice bottle of wine, research conversation topics. Practice talking points about my career and future plans. Arrive at their house Saturday evening with flowers for Mom. Chloe answers door looking beautiful as always. They're gonna love you. Just be yourself. Meet her dad first, normal guy who works construction, asks about sports and job, typical dad questions. Conversation flows naturally, seems to approve. Then her mom emerges from the kitchen. Janet, 48, looks like older version of Chloe, but with harder expression. Something immediately feels off about her energy. So you're the famous boyfriend. Nice to finally meet you, Mrs. Peterson. Please call me Janet. Tone seems pleasant, but eyes are calculating. Dinner starts normally with small talk about work and weather. Janet keeps making subtle digs disguised as jokes. Chloe's always been high maintenance. Hope you're prepared for that. High maintenance, how? Oh, you'll find out soon enough. Chloe looks embarrassed. Mom, please don't. What, I'm just being honest. Uncomfortable tension building throughout the meal. Janet continues dropping hints about Chloe's supposed flaws. She's never been good at long-term commitment. Gets bored easily like her generation does. Probably inherit that from her mother. Dad tries to change subject multiple times. Clearly used to this behavior. After dinner, Janet offers to show me photo albums. Want to see pictures of Chloe growing up. Chloe goes to help Dad with dishes. Janet leads me to living room with wine. This is when things get weird. Anon, can we talk privately? Sure, what about? About Chloe and what you're getting into. Red flags immediately going up. I care about Chloe a lot, Janet. I'm sure you do now, but there are things you should know. Things meaning what? About her pattern with relationships. Launches into detailed history of Chloe's dating life. She dated Ryan for 2 years in college. Everything seemed perfect until she cheated. Then there was Marcus, lasted 18 months. She got bored and started fights until he left. Before that, it was Tyler in high school. Same story, different guy. Feel like someone punched me in the stomach. Janet, why are you telling me this? Because I don't want to see another nice guy get hurt. Chloe has pattern of ruining good relationships. She can't help herself, it's just who she is. Gets restless when things get serious. Starts looking for reasons to sabotage everything. Head spinning, trying to process this information. But we've been together 6 months. And everything's been great. That's exactly what Ryan said. And Marcus and Tyler. She's good at hiding her true nature. Until she gets bored. Janet continues with more damaging details. She never learned how to be faithful. Probably because she watched me make same mistakes. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Maybe you should protect yourself before she destroys you like the others. Drive home in complete confusion. Chloe seems normal and happy. My parents really liked you. Especially my mom, she kept asking questions. Yeah, she was very interested in our relationship. She's protective but means well. Can't tell Chloe what her mom said would destroy their family relationship, but can't ignore warning either. Spend next few weeks analyzing every interaction, looking for signs of cheating or boredom. When Chloe texts male coworker about work stuff, immediately suspicious. When she wants girls' night out, wonder if she's meeting other guys when she's quiet after a long day. Assume she's getting restless. Janet's words poisoning my perception. She gets bored easily. Starts looking for reasons to sabotage. Can't help herself. Chloe notices my changed behavior. You've been acting weird since meeting my parents. Everything okay? Yeah, just work stress. Are you sure? Because you seem distant. Like you're waiting for me to do something wrong. She's perceptive enough to notice, which makes me more paranoid. Maybe Janet was right about her being manipulative. Few more weeks pass with mounting tension. Every small disagreement feels like proof. Janet was right about pattern. Chloe's getting frustrated with my suspicion. Anon, what's going on with you? You're acting like you don't trust me. Did someone say something? Tempted to tell her about Janet's warning, but don't want to cause family drama. Just been stressed lately. Maybe we should take break. Words come out before I can stop them. Chloe looks devastated. Break meaning what? Like space to figure things out. Figure what out? Whether this is working? I thought it was working perfectly. Maybe that's the problem. Referencing Janet's warning about things seeming perfect. Chloe starts crying. I don't understand what changed. Everything was great until last month. Now you're acting like stranger. Feel terrible, but Janet's words echoing. Pattern of ruining good relationships. Gets restless when things get serious. Breakup happens that night. Chloe moves out within a week. Mutual friends taking sides. Everyone confused about sudden breakup. You guys seem so happy. What happened? Can't explain without revealing Janet's sabotage. Months pass feeling miserable. Start dating other people, but nothing compares. Chloe was genuinely good girlfriend. Maybe Janet was wrong. Run into Chloe's dad at grocery store. Hey, Anon, how are you doing? I'm okay, how's everyone? Chloe's been pretty broken up. Still doesn't understand what happened. Janet's been saying I told you so. Told you so about what? About Chloe being bad at relationships. She predicted this would happen. Suddenly pieces clicking together. Janet predicted we'd break up. Oh yeah, she's always negative about Chloe's boyfriends. Says they never last because Chloe's difficult. Usually turns out to be self-fulfilling prophecy. Self-fulfilling how? Well, between you and me, Janet had rough divorce from Chloe's biological father. Caught him cheating multiple times. Left her pretty bitter about relationships. Thinks all men will eventually leave, and all women are destined to be cheated on. Projects that onto Chloe constantly. Nuclear realization hitting. So Chloe hasn't actually ruined relationships. Not really, but Janet convinced her previous boyfriends that she would eventually. Created problems where none existed. Why doesn't Chloe know this? She does, but Janet's her mom. Hard to cut off family, even toxic ones. Plus, Janet's subtle about manipulation. Makes it seem like she's protecting people. Drive home understanding complete picture. Janet systematically sabotages Chloe's relationships by filling boyfriends' heads with negative expectations, creates paranoia and distrust. Then points to failed relationships as proof. Classic manipulation tactic. Chloe probably wondering why every guy would become suspicious and distant after meeting family, never realizing her own mother is cause. Decide to reach out to Chloe. Hey, can we talk? I owe you explanation about what happened. Meet at coffee shop where we had the first date. She looks good but tired. Anon, what's this about? About your mom and what she told me. Explain everything, Janet said. Watch Chloe's expression change from confusion to anger. She told you I cheat and sabotage relationships. Yes, and I believed her. Because why would mother lie about daughter? Oh my God, this explains everything. Explains what? Ryan, Marcus, Tyler, they all started acting weird after meeting my family. Became distant and suspicious. I thought it was coincidence. Or that I was actually bad at relationships. Your mom's been sabotaging you for years by projecting her own relationship trauma. Makes boyfriends paranoid so relationships fail. Then uses failures as evidence she was right. Chloe starts crying, but different tears. Relief mixed with anger. I've been blaming myself, thinking I was relationship poison, wondering what was wrong with me, while she was destroying everything good, because she can't stand seeing me happy. We talk for hours processing everything, decide to give relationship another chance. But with boundaries around Janet, she's not invited to our dinner dates. And rare we're not telling her personal details. Agreed she's lost privilege of involvement. A few months later, we're stronger than ever. Janet realizes her manipulation failed, starts being passive-aggressive at family events. Surprised you two are still together. Most relationships don't survive real honesty. Guess some people prefer comfortable lies. Chloe finally confronts her. Mom, your honesty destroyed 4 relationships by spreading your bitter projections. Maybe work on your own issues instead of sabotaging mine. Janet tries to play victim. I was just trying to protect you. Protect me from happiness. Protect me from healthy love. Because you can't handle seeing what you never had. Year later, Chloe and I engaged. Janet barely speaking to us, probably planning some new sabotage attempt. But we're prepared now. Understand her tactics and motivations. Won't let her poison another relationship. Wedding planning going smoothly until Chloe's Aunt Diane shows up. Janet's older sister, who's even more bitter. Heard you two are getting married. Janet told me about your little conversation. Conversation about what? About how you accused her of sabotaging relationships. Diane's tone is ice cold. That wasn't an accusation, it was fact. Janet was protecting Chloe from making same mistakes. What mistakes? Trusting men who always leave eventually, like Chloe's father did, like my ex-husband did, like yours will do. Chloe tries to shut down conversation. Aunt Diane, please don't start. Start what? Telling truth. Men promise forever, then disappear. Better to know now than waste years. Diane pulls out phone. Funny thing about social media. Can find anyone these days. Shows us photos of my ex-girlfriend from 2 years ago. Pretty girl named Melissa Wright. How do you know about Melissa? Did some research after Janet told me about you. Melissa posted interesting story about cheating boyfriend. Heart sinks as she reads Melissa's old Facebook post. My boyfriend of 8 months was texting other girls, lying about working late to see his ex. Men are all the same trash. Diane smiling like she won lottery. Want to explain this to my niece. Chloe staring at me with confusion. Anon, is this true? That was completely different situation. Melissa was crazy and possessive. She went through my phone and found texts. To my female friend going through divorce. I was helping her find lawyer. Melissa turned it into cheating story. Diane cuts me off. Cheaters always have explanations. Janet was right about you. Just took longer to show your true colors. Chloe looking between us torn. Anon, tell me the truth. Did you cheat on Melissa? No, but she convinced herself I did. Because she was paranoid about everything. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Diane's psychological warfare in full effect. Chloe, honey, this is exactly what happened. To every boyfriend Janet warned about. They all had explanations too. Until truth came out later. Maybe you should postpone wedding. Until you're really sure. Chloe's doubt growing visible. Maybe we should talk about this privately. Anon, can you give us a minute? Watch Diane work her poison, whispering in Chloe's ear, pointing at phone showing Melissa's posts. 20 minutes later, Chloe comes outside. Anon, we need to take break from wedding planning. Just until I figure some things out. Figure what out, we've been through this. Your family is toxic and manipulative. That's my family you're talking about. And maybe they're right about men. Maybe I've been naive. Diane emerges with satisfied smirk. Sometimes truth hurts. But family looks out for family, even when it's painful. Final boss battle lost. Chloe calls off engagement, moves back with Janet temporarily. Diane's nuclear option worked perfectly, used my past against me, exploited Chloe's deepest insecurities, destroyed everything we rebuilt. Months later, hear through friends, Chloe's dating some guy Diane approved, divorced father of two, probably broken enough to never challenge family dynamics. Janet and Diane got what they wanted. Another generation staying single and bitter, or settling for someone who won't threaten their control. Sometimes final boss wins, and there's no respawn button.